Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 91 review. That is 9-1 of Hunter x Hunter 2011. This week's episode. Yeah, dude, the King. Not me. No, not me. The King is here, and he is, oh man, he's on a whole new level. Like he, like he just pulled an Eisen. He's on a whole new level, a whole new scheme. And the thing about this, all right, the thing about the King, all right, is that one of the captains said it the best. He's a whole new organism, which is why he had no problems eating, like, Pangy's leg. He had no problem. He's like, fuck it, whatever. Like, because when they saw that, like, after Colt cleaned the tail of the King, and he looks up, and the King says, disgusting, he's chewing on Peggy's leg. And that's something that they never seen, because they never seen what they assumed to be one of their kind eat another one of their kind. They would always eat humans and other creatures like lions. At some point in time, I don't know when, they'd eat fish, they'd eat other organisms aside from their own kind, other chimera ants. But the King, he ate, or he had no problem eating a chimera ant. So that was very surprising. And then again, one of the captains stated that because he's a whole different organism. And that's very important because it just shows you, it's there to establish the echelon of power. Just how he's so far ahead of these guys that all of them, in comparison to him, are basically scrubs. That's what they are. They're just scrubs, comparison to him. The King, emphasis, King. So, and then what's very important is that in the early episodes of this arc, we had one of Kite's friends explain the whole system about how once the King is born, the Royal Guard go underneath the King. And then the captains, they remain with the Queen. And then the Queen will give birth to further kings. That's the way the system works with the Chimera Ants. However, the Queen can no longer give birth. So the echelon of power starts to crumble, and we see the captains, such as Zagan, such as G2, such as Hagia, they say, fuck this shit, we out. The Queen can no longer give birth, and the other males of the species, the soldiers, they can copulate with other species of anything, to be honest, with humans, with pigs, with bulls, whatever. So they're gonna go out and they're gonna reproduce because the Queen can no longer reproduce, and their task is to protect her and make sure that she can continue to give birth to kings. But since she's out of the picture, because the King, he wanted out early. We saw that one scene where it's like a fucking, like, beating. She's like, wait, no, it's too early. He's like, silence. Oh! It's like, whoa, I'm free, bitch. So, right there, the Queen has served her purpose, and the soldiers who normally would stay with her for the task of protecting her so she can continue to give birth to kings, they're like, nah, fuck you, we out, peace, bitch. At least most of them are. Some of them, like B-Horn, I'm assuming Colt, they're probably gonna stay and make sure that the Queen is, first of all, that she survives, and second of all, that they actually, well, I mean, because she can't give birth anyway. Like, even if she were to survive, the guy said that multiple organs of hers were crushed. So we can assume that some of those organs were her reproductive organs, meaning that there is no possibility, if they're crushed, she can't give birth anymore. So, I mean, like, the whole thing about Colt is that Colt sees her more in, like, a motherly figure, because Colt is the first humanoid chimera ant, and his genes stem from those two children that were eaten by the Queen, and then he was the first one to lead he was the first captain, basically. So the thing about it is that for him, it's more of a motherly thing. So if the queen's still alive, then he would stay with her. But if she dies, then we don't know what he's gonna do. We have no idea. So that right there is like the main function of the episode. Just see, and also seeing how the king, he's with his royal guards, and how he went up to the actual top to eat some meatballs. And let me just point this out, right? I want to point out two things, right? The first thing, Shia LaBeouf. Like what is up with this guy? Like the moment he's like, "Excuse me," wings. They start to like they start to glitter and like twinkle, butterfly wings, and then he's all posed up and shit. I mean, it's like, oh, but and then he starts to fly, like very feminine. It's like, yay. So I mean, look, man, like I'll take it, whatever, because we know that he's a royal guard and he's beastly. It's just that by default, it's just that like it just throws me off because this guy, his name throws me off. His personality. I mean, I've seen characters like him all the time, but he in particular just throws me off. It's like, the fuck. So, Shia LaBeouf. That's number one. Number two is Monte the Yuppie. And he makes wings on the spot. Now, notice how we see in most of the Chimera ants, right? They usually have other animalistic features embedded alongside with their humanoid features. Like, again, Neferpitou, she has cat ears and cat tail. When it comes to, again, Shia LaBeouf, he has butterfly wings. He has those butterfly antenna. He's Shia LaBeouf. And again, the captains, they have defined, distinct animalistic traits. The Royal Guard look more human than the captains do. Like, keep that in mind. Neferpitou, she looks more human. So does Shia LaBeouf, definitely. And Monte the Yuppie, yeah, so does he. But the thing about him is that he has no real animalistic features to him. His legs kind of look strange, like a predator's legs, like a predator's hind legs, like a cheetah's hind legs. But it's just that, like the same bone structure. It's just that his torso looks very humanoid. But he makes wings on the spot. He's able to change his form on the spot. So you have to wonder, why is that? Like, what did the queen eat? What did she consume so she could create something like Monte the Yuppie? It's very weird with this guy. So we don't know, and he's the last royal guard to be born. So she may have taken more time with him because of the fact that he's unique, even amongst all the other Chimera ants. He's able to transform at will. Apparently, like he says, flying, that looks fun. Wings on the spot, bam, let's go, let's fly. Akainu over here. He is Akainu's voice actor. He is Kenpachi, I believe yeah, they're Kenpachi Zaraki from Bleach. I believe that they're the same voice actor. But either way. So the thing about it is that keep in mind that this guy, he's unique. Even in comparison to the king. Because I haven't seen the king do, I mean, he was just born, great, he was just born. But still, we haven't seen the king do that type of transformation on the spot just yet. If he can do it, we're not too sure. So, Monte the Yuppie, keep an eye on him. And they have now left the building. Literally, because he said when he first was born, he looked around. He's like, this place is disgusting. And when he went on the balcony to consume his meal, he stated how when he was inside of the womb of the queen. He, at some point, ate a very nutritious and delicious meal. He had something tasted really good on occasion. And those were the Nen users. The ones who, basically, their Nen, because we all know that the Nen, once someone learns Nen, it increases their vitality. And that trait, I think, came over to the actual, food product that he ate, or that the queen ate, like one of the meatballs. So, when she ate the Pokel meatball, it was jam-packed and full of nutrients and full of flavor and zest. Naturally, because Pokel was a Nen user. He was honed in, he was well-versed in Nen. So, basically, that trait, that flavor, is something that he remembers when he was in the womb. When he was in the womb. So, because I don't know what to call it, because it's not really I wouldn't call it a womb per se, because it's like some weird egg. It's like an egg / womb, whatever. Fuck it. Cocoon, something of that stature, I'm not too sure. But the thing about it is that he wants to go and he wants to eat some more of those. So they leave the building. And we find out that apparently, like, the brain is the most delicious part of the human body, which is, what are they, like zombies now? Fuck it, whatever. The brain's the most delicious part of the body, and so he decides to, like, kill some of these people. He kills 3 people, right? He kills, aside from the other Cimmerians, he kills this older couple. They get one-shotted, and they taste disgusting. Kills this kid, we don't see it. Kills this kid, and then he eats the brain. Again, we don't see it because, you know, this is the anime. In the manga, mostly different story, but it is the anime, and the anime is not going to show it. So basically, he eats the brain, and basically it's like, it's not bad. Better than the actual, you know, flesh. Better than the other parts of the body, but still nothing in comparison to the actual, you know, the rare human. So right now, his probable goal is to eat the brains of the rare humans or the Nen users. So that's his right now. That's his goal. He's hungry. He wants some food. And we see that even though he's able to kill Peggy and the turtle guy in one shot, Neferpitou takes a shot. She's still alive. She's injured for the first time. She's like partially injured, but still she's alive nonetheless. So again, this also magnifies her strength as a royal guard in comparison to the captains. The captains, they get one-shotted. The royal guard, they're relatively okay when they get shot by the king. And he said, "I had the intent of killing you, but you survived. Good job. Well done. You have my respect." And she's like, "I am unworthy. So, but fuck it." And they're gonna probably go. So the main point is that the threat has left the building. In the sense of the threat has now, the threat is now no longer in just this one location. Now the captains are bailing. They're out and they're threats by themselves. Because the captains, they can destroy ecosystems just by simply breeding and so on and so forth. But the king himself has left. The king himself and the royal guards have left the building. And that's a monumentous problem. I mean, listen, if Neferpitou was considered to be stronger or as strong as Chairman Netero by him, and he himself stated that, then the king, whoa, you gotta call in some backup. You gotta call in some OP motherfuckers, man. You need to call in some reinforcements, because if Chairman Netero, a guy who was regarded as one of the top Nen masters 50 years ago, according to him, then you need the current top Nen masters. That's you fucking need, and you need all of them. You need all of them, because this is the king. This is the king. So yeah, we need backup, ASAP, backup. So that's the next thing right there. And at the end of the episode, we see a few scenes here with Gon and Killua. The main thing about that is that apparently, you know, Gon really, because he knew that he was not up to snuff with guys like Kite, with guys like Biscuit, or girls slash guys, because we see her transform, and it's, you know, she's a, you know, Mrs. Hulk over here, like, what the fuck? But and of course, guys like Knuckle and Shoot. Basically, we see how they are compared to, well, he knew that he was weaker than them. He knew that. But just realizing that when push came to shove, he gave way. And he was not strong enough at all. And that weakness is really hurting Gon and Killua. Because now, Killua remembers what Biscuit told him. And basically, at the end of the day, it appears that Killua may leave Gon. He may leave his side. For 30 days, he said that he's going to stay there and protect him. For 30 days. Because he has the Zetsu cat thing placed on him by Knuckle. But after that, well, it looks like it's going to be a different story. And that's surprising, because ever since Killua's introduction, there's only been a few occasions where we've seen these two, you know, part ways. At the beginning, when Killua lost in the Hunter exam, and then he went back to his house, and then we had Gon go over there and get him. And then from then on, they've pretty much been together. But it's just that now it appears that because of his inability to beat Shoot, because of his apparent inability to get over his past tutelage by his brother Illumi, it appears as if like he may have to leave Gon, which is a big fucking deal because these two are the main characters. And, you know, those two who were always together for a majority of the series, now parting ways, it's like, well, I mean, we'll see. In 30 days, we'll see what happens. We'll see. And apparently it appears that as if, like, Nov has won the bet because Knuckle and Shoot, they're going in. And Moro betted on those guys. Nov said that, you know, it's going to be all of them. All 5 of them. Including Pam, whatever her name is. So, but the episode overall, it's very big on story progression. A lot of hints here and there when it comes to the future of the series. And the future of the arc in general. Especially a month of the UP. Also, and of course Killua and him supposedly leaving in 30 days. And also there's the whole thing with the animation, which was pretty good at the beginning. And pretty good. Yeah. It was pretty good overall. No real complaints here and there with the animation. No complaints. I mean, it was solid as usual. So, overall, and the pacing was relatively good, too. So, overall, episode rating, I'd probably give it... I thought it was a good episode. I really did. I thought it was a good plus to... You know, I'll give it a great. I'll bump it up. Because, again, the story progression, like, the king is born. Like, he's already... He's out. He's out of the womb. He's ready to see the world for what it is. I'm ready to eat some human fucking brains. Let's go. Alright? Fuck Walking Dead. I'm ready to eat some goddamn brains. A lot of brains. So he's here. He's here. Alright? Where the fuck is Rick when you need him? It's over. So, but that's right there. So I'll give it a great. So I'm done. K-Lining. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.